What's up guys, Blade Master here. Welcome to a Total War Warhammer online battle fought between myself and Evil Bookie in the Blade Balance mod. I have taken the Warriors of Chaos and he has taken the Dwarves. Now I haven't won, at this point when I was playing this battle, I haven't won like a Total War Warhammer battle in such a long time. It's been like 2 or 3 days. So let's see if I happen to get out of this terrible tilt that I have and maybe win a game. But honestly, this isn't really the faction to be guaranteed a win in Total War Warhammer with the Warriors of Chaos. They are definitely a very tricky faction to play with and to master, but they do have just, I don't know, there's je ne sais quoi about them, which is very enjoyable, which makes them very enjoyable, or like, which for some reason I find very enjoyable to play with them. Evil Bookie has decided to take the Dwarves. Dwarves, of course, much better, and he's brought 2 organ guns here, which are, exemplary units, especially in the mod. They've got a slight bonus to their AP damage, and they deal a whole lot of damage, whether it's armored units or unarmored units. Man and Beast will fall before them in a matter of seconds. So he's brought 2 of these organ guns. Besides that, he's brought Longbeards with great weapons, some of them without. It looks like 2 Longbeards with, 1 without great weapons. And then he's brought a couple of Dwarf Warriors. It's a mix of non-great and great weapons. So 2 Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, 3 Dwarf Warriors without, 5 Dwarf Warriors without great weapons, 2 Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. I'm not sure who this is. Is this, no, it's just a regular Dwarf Lord all the way in the front. And he's actually right behind 3 miners with blasting charges. So the miners with blasting charges form an excellent first stage of defense for the Dwarves. And I actually really like the way Evil Bookie has placed his army here. Lots of space in between the different ranks, and that means that there's more time that I need to spend trying to hit the miners before they crumble, and then I charge into the second line, and then I eventually go to the third line. So anyways, besides that, he's brought a couple of Quarrelers and a Slayer. Now you can see my Hell Cannon pouring in the fire from way downtown. I don't really like the Hell Cannon, to be quite honest. It was kind of a mistake by me bringing the Hell Cannon, but I wanted to try something new. I use the explosive round with them, and which is called Boom. And then I also drop Flaming Sword of Ruin, which increases their missile damage by plus 22%. So it would give them a huge increase in the amount of damage that they can deal. But that's only if they can actually hit something. Now they hit the Dwarves, the Slayers, and kill 4 of them and deal some HP damage as well. But nothing spectacular. But what this is actually forcing the Dwarves to do is to come to me, which is already a big change in the way the Dwarves work. Usually they'd be super defensive and then make sure the enemy army comes to them. So let's see what else I've brought for with the Chaos Warriors. Now you can see I've just brought basically one massive line, kind of a barbarian-esque one line all-out rush. Which is, I think, how the Chaos should be played, but then there are some problems with this one-line tactic, because you can see there's a huge speed differential between a lot of these units. Chaos Marauders having 36 speed, Chaos Warriors with great weapons having 28, and then I believe the Chosen would have even lower. I'm not really sure where the Chosen are though. Chaos Marauders, Chaos Knights, they must be somewhere in the center. Chaos Warriors, maybe did I not bring a Chosen? Not too sure. Let's just try and take a look really quick. We can see Chaos Warhounds, Chaos Knight with lances, Chaos Marauders with great weapons, a Chaos Warrior with great weapons, another Chaos Marauder, another Chaos Marauder, Chaos Warrior, Chaos Marauder, Chaos Knight, and then Chaos Warhound with a total of 2 Chaos Spawn behind them. You can see the organ gun now dealing shit tons of damage. It's targeting my Hell Cannon and then my Chaos Marauders behind them and some of my Chaos Warriors as well. So it's doing a lot of damage. Now it's time for me to start running in and get into the thick of things. It's going to be hard for me to break through this sort of Dwarven army, but the fact that he's brought some without great weapons would prove to be kind of a boost for me, because a lot of my Chaos units, almost all my good Chaos units, are very heavily armored. So I'm not really sure why he decided to do that. With my Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Fire, I'm going to drop Piercing Bolts of Burning on his organ guns. Hopefully I can destroy a couple of them. It looks like I've destroyed 2, maybe. not too sure. It doesn't look like I've destroyed anything, to be quite honest. But it's something that I absolutely need to do, because those organ guns can just slaughter all of my units by themselves. You can see they're already starting to rack up some of the experience points by hitting my Chaos Spawn. Chaos Spawn, excellent unit. Chaos Marauders with great weapons, they don't have shields to protect them, so they will take some damage, and they don't have any armor, but the Quarrelers Maximum will be able to get only a couple of volleys. Now you can see the miners with the blasting charge, the satchels going in. It's going to take a while before they explode, I think. But the Chaos Warriors, Chaos Marauders in the meanwhile get into them. Now I drop Piercing Bolts of Burning again, I think, on the other organ gun. The Chaos Marauders with great weapons have taken some damage, so have these guys. They're going to get into the miners with blasting charges. You can see the blasting charges take a really long time to explode for some reason, which is very strange. But yeah, now these ones are exploding closer. It doesn't seem like it's really doing too much though. Chaos Marauders, I'm dropping Cascading Fire Cloak with them to increase their armor penetrating damage. It's a very nice buff spell. The Chaos Marauders with great weapons now trying to destroy the first line of the miners with blasting charges. On the far side, you can see my Chaos Marauders with great weapons helping out my Chaos Knights. I'm going to try and pull them away, and I'm going to use my Chaos Spawn to try and destroy that solitary Dwarf Warrior. On the other side, my Chaos Knights are moving in through the distance. My Chaos Spawn, meanwhile, is dying very quickly to the Dwarf Warriors, and it's taking a long time for my super slow Chaos Warriors with great weapons to enter combat. Meanwhile, my super quick Chaos Warhounds with poison have managed to just dismantle the artillery crew, so an excellent job there by the Chaos Warhounds. Just a superb unit for how much they cost right now, and it's probably one of my favorite changes in Blade Balance. Going to use the other Chaos Warhounds to just circle around and hit the Dwarf Warriors. Going to use my Chaos Knights to get another charge in. They've already gotten 29 kills. This this Chaos Knight with lances has gotten 26 kills. The Chaos Warhounds with poison, they've done their job. I mean, they've dismantled a very important unit, but now they're about to die. The Chaos Knights with lances now starting to drop, not taking care of them at all. The Quarrelers getting point blank shots, but they are they're about to get summarily executed by the Chaos Knights. And now the Chaos Knights are in an excellent position. I'm just going to ping pong them into the rear of the Longbeards with great weapons while they were engaged with my Chaos Marauders with great weapons. Chaos Warriors here taking on two miners with blasting charges. The Chaos Marauders here getting destroyed by the Longbeards though in the distance. Now I'm going to pull the fuck away out of my my wizard here because this Dwarf Lord is look at him. He is out for vengeance, and I'm just running away. Thank God I brought him on a steed. The Chaos Spawn, in the meanwhile, racking up some kills, putting some morale penalties onto the enemy, while my Chaos Knights just rampage the rear of the Dwarves. Now again, another ping pong into the rear of the miners with blasting charges. They have terrible leadership. They're going to drop very quickly, and that's going to free up a nearly full-strength Chaos Warrior with great weapons to engage with the Dwarf Warrior and the Longbeard. Now I'm again going to pull away. 97 kills with one of my Chaos Knights, 90 kills with the other, but the other one is pretty severely depleted. Now I see these Quarrelers, they're pesky fuckers because they just don't die. It takes a long time for them to die. They've got large amount of health and armor and good leadership as well, so you need a couple of charges to completely flatten them. But you can see one charge from the Chaos Knights has just destroyed a lot of them, and now they're going to come in. It's all about that Chaos Knight ping pong here, playing table tennis with the Chaos Knights, and they're just slaughtering units left, right and center, dealing so much morale damage to a lot of these units. Now I'm again pulling away. Thank God my general is on a knight. Is on a horse. So I just did a huge, super convoluted U-turn with him, and meanwhile my hell cannon is just firing into the general, into the Dwarf Lord General, who's completely away from the rest of the army. Now the Chaos Knight's going to come in for what is going to be an absolutely blistering charge, because I've dropped the Flaming Sword of Ruin on Cascading Fire Cloak, one of them, into them while they were rear charging. And look at that, look at how much it buffs their melee defense and everything else. They just slaughtered an entire Dwarf Warrior over there. Now again, going to come back in. I'm just microing the hell out of my Chaos Knights and not really doing much with the rest. Rear charging with my general to just finally kill off the Longbeards, while my Chaos Warriors with great weapons just hold out for God knows how long. My Chaos Warhounds with poison, they've come back. They're still wavering. My Chaos Knights though not wavering. They've got 70 leadership, up to 96 now for some reason. and 190 kills with them, just completely clattering the dwarves. Another rear charge with my general onto the Longbeards, pulling him away. The Dwarf Lord, meanwhile, is just stuck in no man's land. He kind of realizes he made a big mistake here. And he's like, oops. And another shot from my Hell Cannon. And the Dwarf Lord is too far away and is too slow to really make any sort of impact in the battle right now. My Chaos Knights, though, they're super slow because they've been charging around the entire game. And they're wavering at this point. Only 14 of them left, but 111 kills with this one. But this isn't even close to this Chaos Knight, which has got a double experience chevron with 240 kills. They're about to they're about to charge into another Dwarf Warrior, but basically it's been all about the Chaos Knights here. When they just mopped up the entire Dwarfen army by themselves. You can see the Chaos Warriors with great weapons did okay, and so did the Chaos Marauders with great weapons, but they would not have been nearly enough to hold out by themselves, especially since the Chaos Spawn didn't really do well for me. I think another key to my victory was cheekily running away with my with my general, using his maneuverability and his movement speed to my greatest advantage. 80 speed versus 32 speed. You know what's crazy though? The Chaos Warriors with great weapons are actually slower than dwarfs, than the dwarf in general. That's insane. Anyways, he's taken a lot of damage from the Hell Cannon. Hell Cannon has been a massive waste of money, but luckily it hasn't proven to be too much of an issue. You can see the Chaos Warriors, Chaos Warhounds with poison have gotten a single experience chevron themselves because they've been on rounding up and slaughtering duty. So all the units that have been routing, the excellent speed of the Chaos Warhounds is going to ensure that none of the dwarfs get away. 93 speed with them, and they just slaughtered all of the Querulus that as soon as they routed, or as soon as they got a rear charge, it was game over for the dwarfs when my Chaos Warhounds were behind them. One last Slayer remains, 50 kills with a single experience chevron, which is why I haven't really buffed them. But yeah, maybe it could be something that I would buff sometime. But I don't really see why the dwarves need a buff to the Slayers. They are, at the moment, very powerful, in my opinion. The organ guns are such a threat for any army. The Longbeards, of course, I haven't really buffed them, but they're very good. But so are the Gyrocopters and the Gyro Bombers. Those were also buffs to the Dwarfen army. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and hope you guys enjoyed the showcase of the Chaos Knights with Lances. Very powerful cavalry unit, but not really very good against factions that can bring deadly cavalry like Empire or Vampire Counts. Would probably do very well against the Greenskins as well, I'm assuming. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Peace.